Hey everybody, welcome to part two
of
our video.
Questions and answers.
We had lots of questions on this one.
We did.
Lots of questions and answers this last time. Yeah. So it's good. We appreciate all the questions and all the comments.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, next question. Better to buy a new or an older pre-owned home? We don't want to wait for new construction. So we came up with some options there. It's a personal preference, 100%.
For sure.
If you don't want to wait for the new construction, you can rent and get down there. We've thought about doing that ourselves. At least you're down there, you made it, and then you can wait for that perfect area, perfect home. While you're already there.
There's so many variables to all of these houses. You almost have to move there or be close in order to figure it out.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people that move in are from other parts of the country, and the construction is different everywhere. And
it is.
Everything's different.
It is.
So everybody's used to something different.
Another option would be, it's again personal preference. Everyone moving into the same new neighborhood at the same time and getting out there and introducing each other and asking each other for ladders and who did you use for this work? And that is a huge thing for me that I would want. And
you're going to get a lot of people that are kind of the same age. We don't have any. I know people are thinking we have problems with baby boomers and other generations. We don't. Mm-mm. I mean, I love a lot of baby boomers, and I'm almost a baby boomer, so it's not like I'm. And
I love an almost baby boomer.
It's not like I'm a big distance in years from them, but that's one of the things. The other thing, we have decided we're leaning towards new construction and maybe a spec house instead of buying something existing, but that's not off the table.
That's a personal preference
that
we don't want to have to replace Formica counters for quartz counters, or we don't want to have to replace popcorn ceiling and deal with all that, or we don't want an electric stove and water. We want gas, and it's totally personal preference.
Very true.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done popcorn ceiling. We've remodeled houses with new countertops,
but we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that anymore.
Maybe you don't mind. Maybe you love that.
We've done a lot of that. We just don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, next one is another congratulations. This one goes to Tommy6097. New homeowners in Edenfield.
Yay! Good for you guys.
Break ground.
We're so excited for all you guys that are buying.
They break ground August 18th. So like what, a week away? Another week.
Yeah.
And they have a closing date of November 18th. That's a 90-day.
Right before Thanksgiving.
You have
Christmas
sand
season
there now, and you're going to be living there right before Thanksgiving meal. So
we saw a video this morning on Edenfield. There's a good 20 slabs that are starting.
Yeah.
First slabs that are starting in Edenfield. So you look at about 90 days or so,
from now, and those
people are going to be moving in.
Be there.
That's fast to build a house, by the way.
Okay, next one. Somebody else wrote in their history of building a designer home. So they already live there. She said, we picked our lot December 11th. I think it's a she. If not, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Picked our lot December 7th. Had a design meeting January. Broke ground February 21st. So that's really when we're talking about breaking ground. February 21st, moved in May 9th. Another 90 days. And that's a designer level. And she said that was true for even the premier homes with pools. So Seacoast Bank versus Citizens First timing. A couple more things we wanted to say on that.
Yeah. Okay. So this thought about calling Seacoast Bank first came about because up here I've helped hundreds of families get into new homes and help them find their mortgages. And when I work for a builder, we don't just have one mortgage company.
That would be a conflict of interest, right?
Yeah, up here we couldn't do that. And so we've had a bank take over another bank in the closing process of a home, moving into a home and buying a home. And it definitely can mess things up because you have new closers that you're going to end up,
your whole team is different.
Yeah, your whole team is going to be different that helps you close the loan.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want to run into that. And so I called Citizens First And they never called me back. Called them twice, actually. And they haven't called me back yet. I'm going to get a hold of somebody down there. But I know they're going through a process of being
Sold.
being bought.
Yeah.
So I called somebody from Seacoast, left a message there. They called me back, and they kind of went through the process with me, and it sounds pretty similar to what Citizens First is going to do. And I think I'm right that there's just going to be this transition period. They don't know when it's going to be.
Right.
I would assume, knowing these things, that it's going to be first of the year. They're probably going to start new as a new thing, but we don't know.
Right. I know somebody has told us in the comments that it's January 1st. And that's not verified. We asked our VLS agent. She said they haven't told us, and we never know that stuff. So she said the transition should be smooth and it should be fine. But if she was us, it wouldn't hurt to get pre-qualified through both.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do that. We did learn that the pre-qualification letter is good for 90 days through Seacoast.
Yeah, so we wouldn't want to do that right now. We'd wait until we're ready to kind of do something or get close to that. But the Seacoast person didn't even know when the transition was going to happen.
Right. And our VLS agent also said that she has worked with several clients that had outside lenders, credit unions or their own banks or whatever. And there's a large chance for miscommunications or delays, appraisals, getting
appraisals are important.
Meeting. And if you use a bank that is basically the village's bank, they're going to give the new homes an appraisal.
Yeah. We're used to using regional banks here for our mortgages. We have a big regional bank that spans Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, whatever, and they have a lot. So we're familiar with the process of the regional banks, and Citizens First is a regional bank. So we'll see how that works out. We just don't know yet, but we will give you guys more information when we have it, because we're looking at that pretty constantly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We are ready for our award of Roger the Codger. We'll have to explain what that is.
So years ago, when we had our
son was 3.
Yeah, we had built a new house and we moved into it. And the neighbor, he was on a corner, and we were just one lot in from the corner. And it was a pretty nice house. And
the whole neighborhood was new. There was kids everywhere.
It was a great kids neighborhood, and just enough hills for kids and their bicycles to have a great time.
Buses stopped at every street corner.
Yeah, there were fields to play in, all that stuff. It was all kinds of really good school. And the neighborhood was big. 200, 300 houses. Anyway, our neighbor was named Roger. And Roger, if you're watching this, we love you, man. We miss you.
He's around anymore.
I don't know.
He was pretty old.
He was ready to retire at that point, but he wouldn't. He was working every day. But Roger was one of these guys, when Tanner was learning how to ride his bike, he'd ride down the sidewalk. He'd just turn around in Roger's driveway. He didn't go up towards the house. He wasn't anywhere close to the garage door. He just was turning around and using, that much of Roger's driveway to turn around in. Roger would come outside and scream and yell at him, "Get off my driveway!" And it just...
And remember, I mowed the front yard, and, Roger comes over and knocks on our door, and Jeff answers it. "Your wife mowed the crooked line into my yard."
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Really, that much.
And then Tanner had a blow-up swimming pool in the backyard at the time.
Just a temporary nothing, there for 2
inflate it
days.
and fill it with water. We went out one day to swim, and there's all these nails in it.
He had thrown nails over the fence into the pool.
Because your son is making too much noise laughing.
So that's Roger.
That's Roger.
Now, we never did anything to Roger. We never did anything back. It's just we started calling him Roger the Old Codger.
Yeah.
And so we have a Roger the Codger award for somebody today. And it's basically our snarky.
Yeah.
So this gentleman...
No, this one was a woman.
I don't even know if it's a gentleman or a woman. This person...
Yeah, individual.
This individual, and we've had quite a few of these as we've done our videos, and it shocks me. It really does.
But we don't let it get to us anymore like we did. No. So thank you for all the...
It's kind of a what?
Support. Don't listen to those people. Now we laugh at it.
Now they're going to get the Roger the Codger award. It's a snarky, but it's a Roger Codger. So it's a high level snarky, if you know what I mean. So this one goes to what was
Amy
it?
Beth.
Amy Beth.
1554.
And I won't go through the whole comment,
No,
but it's...
I will. I'll read it. I'll quote it.
Okay.
If you can't pay off the house outright, this place might be too expensive.
We have had this over and over again, probably 5 or 6 times now. If you can't afford to totally purchase the house and not do a mortgage, maybe you don't need to live here. Really?
That's not true.
First of all, that's not true, and that's an opinion, and it's yours, and it's wrong. Secondly, we're not retired. We don't have access to all our funds yet. We're still having mortgages and putting lots of money down and all those things that we do. So
Amy Beth, you're a Roger.
God bless you. Bless your heart. You get the Roger the Codger Award.
But we're still not deleting your comment,
No, we're still not going to delete
Yeah,
your
get
comment.
off my lawn.
But we would recommend all of you go read that comment and comment to her.
Yeah.
Especially Gen X'ers. Goodness gracious.
All right, now
Bless your heart.
that wraps up all the questions, and we will go back to the serious question
Yep, we got one serious one.
about family guilt, because that's a big one.
It is.
So again, to recap the question, do you struggle with guilt about leaving your family with parents and adult kids? And she tells us that her adult kids told them to go for it, and her parents not so much.
Yeah, we both, our kids, one is for it and another one is not. And I think it kind of falls in the realm of whether you need help and support from us still, physically, not financially, but physically need help or not. And we understand it because we raised our kids, and our parents were instrumental in us, and especially the first couple of years of raising our kids. We couldn't go to work unless we had their help. And by the way, if mom and dad, if you're watching, thank you so much for that. It's amazing how much you did help us. But we're different. We have a different life. We can't help as much because our oldest with our granddaughter, they're in another town. And yes, it's in Oklahoma, but it's a 2-hour drive, and it's a little bit more difficult to help them. And so they're not so happy with us moving away, but also they're in the military, and thank you for your service, son, and Ashley. But we don't know if y'all are going to get stationed somewhere else tomorrow. We don't know. So we can't go down there and buy a house, and we actually tried to help them a little bit. We just can't do that. It's financially not okay. Now, my parents, I love you guys so much, but they're not happy with us. They're not mad. They made it very...
She said she was. She said, I am upset and mad, but I'm not ever going to tell you don't do it.
Yeah.
They're
okay. And I know my parents, they're going to work through this in their mind, and they're going to figure it out. That it's something that we need to do for our marriage. We have been using our paychecks to help family, especially our kids, over the years. For 31 years, part of our paychecks have gone to help our kids. We are 1 month away, hopefully, 1 month away from having our first paycheck in 31 years that we don't have to give it to somebody else or part of it. Yeah. And that's exciting. We are new Gen X empty nesters. And
right, we're empty nesters,
we've got so many things.
We haven't been financial empty nesters yet.
We've got so many things that we want to do. It takes money. Yeah. And we've got to save, and we've got to do this and that and put more in our investments and our retirement. We got a lot of things to do. And we're kind of excited about this phase of our life, if you can't tell.
And my parents, so I think I could have handled it better on all accounts, actually.
I think we both could have.
Yeah. But my dad is all supportive and says, you guys deserve it, good for you. My mom was kind of like, really? Yeah. So I could tell she wasn't happy. I said, Mom, you got to come down there. You could buy a brand new home for like $240,000, and you could have a golf cart, and you could have action, and you could have activities, and you could have friends, and you could have... She's like, I'm not doing that. So it kind of hurt, but I'm sure I hurt her by saying I was leaving. But I don't know. Overall, I just would hope that our family would be happy for us and more supportive, but...
They will, because what I've heard is that at first it's a shock. We're already used to the idea. They're not yet.
Right.
And so it's a little bit of a shock, but over time, I think they realize, I hope, I'm sure that my family, my mom and dad will come to the conclusion that it's good for us. It's good for our marriage. It's good for us personally.
We have to have this for our happiness, our
And
joy.
there are planes. There are ways to come back and forth and all that stuff. And we're going to come visit. We're not going down there forever and never coming back.
Right.
It's not going to be like that.
Right.
So I hope that answers your question, and we're not trying to step on any toes because we love our parents.
As far as guilt, yes.
We love our kids.
Huge guilt.
So yes, lots of guilt.
It's a big question of being selfish, which is huge. But also it's a big question of marriage preservation, which is not selfish.
I think it's more the latter. I don't think it's selfish. I think it's marriage and personal, we've been working for other people and doing, kids and those kinds of things for decades. And it's time to put some time into our marriage and us.
And the last 6 years for us, for our marriage, has been trials after trials after trials. And we really need to get away and find happiness and find friends and start our later years.
We can't wait to have friends that we just, we meet at for dinner or whatever. We can't wait to have that.
We have invitations to people's pools when they get there.
We already have some invitations. And when we get down there, we're going to give invitations to other people too, because we want people to come over.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers that question. It's a very difficult question, but I think it's one that a lot of Gen Xers are struggling with right now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody that we met down there when we were there that we asked that question to about how did your family feel when you guys were moving here, every single one of them said either they didn't like it but too bad, or they were supportive, and it ended up with the same end result, which was they can come visit.
Yeah.
That we came anyway. This is what we wanted to do. And it was kind of a relief and supportive to hear others say that that's their decision making, path too.
Yep. Anyway, I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. It was a serious one.
Yep. And things could change. You just never know. But while we have our health, we want to do some things that are good for our happiness.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all of our video today. We appreciate you guys so much. I know this one went a little bit long, but we had a lot of good comments and a lot of good questions we had to go through, and we, again, appreciate you guys. If you guys would, please like and subscribe below. Hit the notification bell so that whenever we come out with a new video, you guys can know it. And we appreciate you. We love you guys. We love you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye. It's because we're talking on these. It's the microphones. And I'm waving my hands.
Lori.
Clap on. Clap on.
She thought it was a clap on, clap off deal last time.
I did.
I was cracking up inside.
I think it's the microphones.
So then I was like, no, you got to wave your hands to make it stop.
Not funny.
Anyway.